Okay, yes. Sadly, no micro centers. All right, I'm gonna do the news quickly, and then we're gonna move to John's talk. Hopefully, John's ready. He's not listening, but nothing, nothing.
Are we bullying him?
No, we're not.
Yo, shut up, kid.
Okay, get started with the news. I'll run through this quick, and then John. Okay, first thing, APT 28 or the Lazarus Group. You guys probably heard of these guys. These guys just had a bunch of key members indicted by the U.S. So if you don't know who they are, they're a North Korean-based espionage group. A lot of hacking things, a lot of big events. 2017 was WannaCry, or WannaCry 2.0, or whatever it was, attacks. In 2014, Sony, The Interview. Remember that? That was kind of crazy. And they've taken over $1.3 billion from, I guess, various companies and the like. And they've also created popular backdoored applications. So one was I don't know, like a cryptocurrency. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Cryptocurrency like transaction platform or something. And it was actually backdoored. So you like to see it. So anyway, three members of the group were, I guess, indicted and linked to many of these crimes. I think those are last names. So unfortunately, they're in North Korea, so we can't really get to them and arrest them. But the FBI finally indicted them. But we did get a Canadian American citizen. His name is Ramon Abbas. He's pleading guilty to money laundering like millions and millions of dollars for this group. So you love to see it. And the charges on this are for the three people are one count conspiracy to commit computer fraud, which is 5-year max, and one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud / bank fraud. That's 30 years max. So if they ever, I don't know why they would come to the U.S., but I guess if they're here, we'll get them. Another thing that I thought was kind of interesting. So I have a little diagram on the next page too. Yes. Some Iranian state-sponsored hackers are using an application called Screen Connect to spy on the United Arab Emirates and Kuwait governments. So if you don't know what Screen Connect is, it's basically one of those like remote assistance, I guess, management tools. So what they were doing is they took a sample of it and they modified it to make it, I guess, malicious. It has malicious samples in it. And then they used falsified URLs, basically posing as these two, I guess, government agencies when they were sending them to, I guess, their targets. And also, I thought that was funny that their name is Static Kitten / Muddy Water. Those are interesting names. We had a kitten group last week, too. So it's kind of crazy. Anyway, so I'll go into that, how it works next slide. And basically the final goals was just to access and steal sensitive government data. So this is basically how it goes. So they have their URL that has their "We are the Ministry of Foreign Affairs" or "We're the National Council." They send it to their, I guess, government targets, and they get them to download the software somehow through some social engineering. So they download the zip. It has the executable that's like modified, and what happens when they, launch it, it'll call back to their server instead, as well as provide original functionality. So that's what they're being used for. So they can spy in whenever they want. I don't know. I thought this one was actually really interesting. So if you guys don't know what Telegram is one of those like messaging apps, and sort of similar to Signal. It kind of provides, I guess, secure communications, what they say. So what they offer is they don't have end-to-end encryption, is when you encrypt the message on your side, and then the message is encrypted the whole time, and the servers can't see your messages. Only each endpoint can. They don't have that, but they do have this thing called secret chat, in which the messages are encrypted, not end-to-end encrypted. But then the main feature is that the message is destroyed after a certain amount of time. So like the message will pop up and they'll have 2 minutes to read the message after they open it, and then it will get destroyed. So on the macOS application for it, like on the desktop, since it's on all the devices, they found that all local messages, even the ones that were being destroyed, were being locally stored on the device. So also not a pretty good look. And then the same researcher who found this also found that uh, local plaintext passwords for the app were also being stored in just a JSON config file. Obviously, this was an easy fix, but kind of a bad look. So thought that was worth noting. Yes, cringe. And of course, LastPass free tier. I know you guys probably heard about this one. They're doing a bit of changing around. So I just quickly note on that. So if you use LastPass for Password Manager, if you're a free member, um, you usually can have all your passwords on all your devices. But starting March 16th, you have to choose an active type, which you will use. So there's desktop and mobile. And like the name suggests, if you use it on any computers, you can do it. That's fine, but you just can't use it on any mobile devices, and then vice versa for mobile. So obviously, kind of cutting off half your base there kind of sucks. And also, if you need email support, it's also only available to paid users after that date too. So LastPass Premium is $3 a month or $36 a year if you wanted to stick with them. I put a list of alternatives here. Does anybody have any alternatives that are worth? Bitwarden? Bitwarden? That's good. Bitwarden. RET Sec recommend. Yeah. Yes. Use the Raspberry. Yeah. Is it like 225? I think. Yes. Buy it now. Funky. Yes. Yes. I'll save my 75 cents a month. All right, John. It's all you. That's it for the news.
We get to do, hey, it's gonna be good. Surprised. Hey, fire talk, let's go.
Let's go.